Welcome back to Rapkin Field in Union, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lion 11 and under football. Mike Formisano along with you as we start the second half. Union kicking off the Pope John with the Rams leading the Lions 24-6. Mike Formisano along with you calling today's action. Thank you so much for joining us here on this beautiful Sunday morning in Union, New Jersey. The Lions are looking to get back into this game. They'll get the ball to start the second half. Line drive kick down to about the 30. Anthony Grego bobbles it, but picks it up. Bobbles it again. It's loose on the turf. We'll see who recovers. Union says they have it. We'll wait for the official signal. You waited to see Grego with the first bobble.
You guys can't go out.
You thought maybe you'd have it. Okay, they did recover. So Pope John does recover. The first bobble from Grego, you figure he'd pick it up, but then he bobbled it the second time. And that alerted the Sharks in the water as the Union Rams tried to jump on that. But Pope John did hold on to it, and it'll be 1st and 10 Lions from their own 33.
And then 27's going out too right now.
Alex Formisano, number 27, into the game for Pope John. For number 13, John McCann. We'll go through the lineup in just a second. As the Rams lead 24-6, we start the second half. 4 touchdowns for Union and 4 point-after fails. For the Lions, a touchdown by Danny Filato, a 2.5-yard quarterback keeper after a 65-yard kick return by Anthony Grego. That's your scoring so far. Lions start the second half. Filato in the gun. He'll hand off to Logan Mazaway, who's met right in the backfield. He gets back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Let's go over the roster. We start with number 2, Mason Seeger. Number 3, Logan Mazaway. Number 6 is Bennett Pucci. Number 8, Noah Kraus. Number 9, Ted Zwicky. 10, Ryder Espinoza. 13, John McCann. 22, Elon Nisbeth. Number 27, Alex Formisano. Number 28, Danny Filato. Number 56, Rob Zwicky. 61, Anthony Grego. 67, Declan McCarrick. 80 is Roman Pena. 85, Cooper Lapin will pick it up after this play. Filato in the gun. He's got one man in the backfield. Wideouts, number 10 and 27. And we got a fumble. Filato will just fall on it to make sure Union doesn't recover. So a loss of yardage on the fumble by Filato. And that will set Pope John back. We'll continue with the roster. I think we got a timeout for Pope John. We'll pick up the roster right after come back. 24-6 Union over Pope John. We'll take a timeout as the teams take one as well. Third quarter, come back to Union, New Jersey right after this.
What you looking for, buddy?
Good afternoon.
Okay.
And number 2 is injured, so
Yeah.
be good.
Welcome back to Union, New Jersey, and Pope John Junior Lion 11 under football. Mike Formisano along with you calling today's game. Thank you very much for joining us on this beautiful Sunday morning here in northern New Jersey. It's 3rd and long for the Lions. They have to get to their own 42. Here's a snap to Seeger. Seeger will turn the corner, but can't advance. And it's going to bring up 4th and long for Pope John. We'll pick up the rosters after this 4th down for the Lions. They're going to punt deep in their own territory. But the ball is spotted at the 21-yard line of Pope John. 4th and long. Punt team's out for Coach Zwicky's Lions. It'll be Pucci with the leg. No, is that Grego? Here's the snap. Line drive kick down to about the 35. Takes a Pope John bounce, goes towards the sideline. Rolls out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. So good kick by Anthony Grego, and that will set up Union at the Pope John 39. Let's finish the roster real quick. Number 85, Cooper Lapin is where we left off. Number 87, James Mahalik. 89, Matthew Schultz. Number 97, Braden Convey. The head coach and offensive coordinator of the Pope John Junior Lions 11U squad is Rob Zawicki. The defensive coordinator, Dan Filato. Assistant coaches, Greg Mazway, Anthony Grego, Jeff McCarrick, Jose Pena, Dennis Espinoza, and Paul Weibel. Athletic trainer, Gerard Graziano. The team moms and managers of the 11U squad, Corinne Schultz, Melanie Zawicki. The Junior Lions athletic director is Brian Carlson. Varsity head coach Dom Gaston. League president is Rich Jessamaria. And league VP is Dave Diarco. I'm Mike Formisano. We are here live at Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey. 1st and 10 for the Rams at the Pope John 39. Quarterback under center, 3 men in the backfield. Number 4 setting up to take the snap. Pope John feeding everybody into the box. Run to the far side and nothing. Met at the line by number 56. Rob Zawicki. Loss of 1 on the play for Union, so push it back to the 40. 2nd and 11 for Union. Rams lead the Lions by a score of 24-6. You see the backfield, or the background, I should say, the 13U squad getting set for the next game. Pope John Junior Lions 13U football coming up right after this. They'll take on 13U Union. The next home game, we're not sure. Hopefully next week. We thought it may have been this week, but Pop Warner had other plans. So they sent the Lions on the road once again, and we'll see when they return to the Lions' Den. 2nd and 11 for Pope John, or for Union, I should say. Number 4, handoff up the right side. Big tackle by Matthew Schultz, bringing down the tailback for Union. A gain of about 4. We'll spot the ball at the 36-yard line of Pope John.
Come on, Braden.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Rams. Union in the huddle.
Braden and Robert switch. Braden and Robert.
Lions 1-2 on the season. They're looking to even their record of 2-2. They got their work cut out for them. So 4 games into the season, it's already half over. I'm telling you, this goes quick.
Ryder, he don't get by you.
Move up, Robert.
Feels like we were scrimmaging against St. James and Tom's River. Fumble on the play by the quarterback, and he has to fall on it before Pope John can get in on it. So that'll set Union back to the original line of scrimmage to 39, and it'll bring up 4th and 10. Yeah, as I said, game number 4, week number 4 here
Come on, guys, finish
in this
it
regular
off.
season. So by mid-October, it's all over.
Secondary, guys, nothing behind.
And you have the playoffs, and then it's another
Eddie, keep it in front.
9-10 months without football. That is the one thing about football. The seasons are so quick. In comparison, my son's hockey league started in August. They go till February.
Right there.
Here is the quarterback rolling to the near sideline. Past the 35, the 30. Can he get the first down? He does, and then some. Out of bounds at the 20, and that's good enough for a Union first down. So, quarterback keeper gets Union what they need and more. Another big play for the Union Rams to continue this momentum here in the third quarter. Ball at the 19-yard line inside the red zone. 1st and 10, Union. Noah Kraus in for Braden Convey, number 97.
Robert, switch with Noah. No, go ahead. Roman, I need you out of your stance fast. Let's go.
Rams up to the line in their black jerseys with maroon numbers, gold pants, and maroon helmets. Pope John in their white jerseys with blue pants.
Get in there, let's go.
Hand off to number 13, I believe that is. Number 16, I should say. Big tackle by number 89, Matthew Schultz, bringing down the big tailback from Union. But he gains 5 on the play, 2nd and 5. Now they're going to move it up to the 13, so mark it 2nd and 4. Rams up to the line. 3 men in the backfield. Quarterback under center. Number 7. He'll hand it off. Gains about 2, maybe 3 on the play. Tailback was number 22 for Union. Stopped at the 11-yard line by the Pope John defense. Rob Zawicki on that, number 56, along with Andy Schultz, number 89. Noah Kraus, number 8. 3rd and 2 for Union. Quarterback takes the snap. Handoff. Number 22 into the end zone as he cuts left. Touchdown, Union. And that will make the score 30-6. So Union's 5th touchdown of the day as they pull away here in the 3rd quarter. So now the Rams' 5th point after attempt. They have failed on the first 4. Did they do something different here? We shall see. The Pope John Lion defense has played well on this point after scenario, stopping the Rams all 4 times. Again, please join us right after this feed, after this game, on this Facebook Live channel for Pope John Junior Lion 13 and under football. Junior Lions taking on 13 and under Union here at Rabkin Field in northern New Jersey.
Roman, his outside shoulder. Move out.
They're going to attempt to kick. Placeholder, kick down, and it's blocked by number 56, Rob Zawicki, who got a piece of it. Robert going right through the Union line, blocking that 2-point attempt by Union. So the Lions making Union 0 for 5 on point after attempts. And they did try and switch things up with the kick, but to no avail. We'll take a timeout, as Pope John does as well. 3rd quarter coming towards an end soon, if not already. I'm waiting to see if they switch sides of the field. But if not, I think it is. I think they're going to switch sides. I think that's the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll get confirmation in just a minute. 3rd quarter here in Union, New Jersey. It is Union over Pope John, 30-6. We'll be back right after this.
Pope, down here. Front line on the 50, Pope. Down here.
Welcome back to Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey, and it is indeed the end of the 3rd quarter. Now we start the 4th as the teams switch sides. Pope John now going right to left of your screen. Union with a 30-6 lead going left to right. Kickoff from the 40. And number 61, Anthony Grego, is back to receive at his own 25. Here's the kick. Line drive, kick down to about the 32. Bounces past Grego. He's got to retrieve it. Picks it up, cuts to the near side, to the left, trying to find the sideline. He can't. He's in the middle of the field and brought down, almost horse-collared, the way they tackled him there around the neck. Prize is not called, but we'll play on. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. 30-6, Union leads here, early stages of the 4th quarter. And again, Pope John just getting burned on big plays today. You got to like the way they stopped the extra point attempts by Union. The majority of the plays, Pope John hanging in there. And then scoring a touchdown.
Grego, line.
What does that mean?
Good.
Mercy rule, he has to take out his dominant players. Oh, okay.
So the official's going ahead and explaining what's going on in the stoppage of play. The rule in Pop Warner, it's a good rule. With the mercy rule in effect here in the 4th quarter, the winning team has to take out the dominant players and put in backup second string, kids who haven't had an opportunity to play a lot of plays, and go ahead. And this is at all levels of Pop Warner. We saw it last year for 13U in the regional final, as they were only allowed to run after a certain period of time. But with the mercy rule in effect, 30-6, this quarter will go quick. So we'll see if Pope John can get one more score on the board. Here's Filato. He'll roll to his right. He's got 18 after him. The pass, complete. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And that was Anthony Grego with the catch. So Filato to Grego, but no gain. That will bring up 2nd and 10. When I was a kid, football could be so deceiving. You can see the quarterback running towards the side, throwing a pass, and it looks like they've gained so much yardage because the field, the width of the field is 50 yards. So, but then you look at the actual yardage they gained, and it's minuscule. Here's a snap, Filato. Hand off to Grego to the right side, cutting through the line. He's got room to run. He's still on his feet and brought down at about the 38, maybe 39-yard line. First down, Pope John. Good run by Anthony Grego. That's what we always talk about with running backs. You want them to be north-south runners. You want them to find, even if they're cutting towards either sideline, they're finding a way to gain yardage north and south. That cuts down on what I just explained as far as the width of the field and, going ahead and throwing the ball 30 yards downfield, or 30 yards to the sideline. Having a lot of air underneath it, you don't gain a lot of yardage.
Come here. Let them huddle up.
Unfortunately for Pope John, it's a penalty. It's going to bring the ball back to the 30-yard line. So, penalty on Pope John will restart play. But it brings back most of Grego's run there. And it's going to remain 2nd down. So, 2nd and 3 to go. So, instead of the first down, it's now 2nd and 3. If you're just joining us, it's Union 30, Pope John 6, early stages of the 4th quarter. You're going to see this go pretty quickly, though. It's the running clock. Please stay with us after this game on a new feed, but here on Facebook Live, we will bring to you the Pope John Junior Lions 13U game against the Union Rams 13U. Filato with the pitch back to Grego up the left side and gains about maybe a yard. That's about it. So, 3rd down, maybe 2 to go. For the Lions, they're going to fall to 1-3 on the season. And they'll regroup, maybe with a home game next week, and we'll see what they can do to secure their 2nd victory of the season. But that will have to come next week, as they are down by 24 right now to Union. But the one thing you can say about this Lions squad, you can't always say about every team, but for these Pope John Lions, they are not giving up. They're continuing to try and move the ball down the field to learn and continue to put points on the board. So, definite credit has to go to them. Flag in the play, however, and that is going to... Well, let me get confirmation from the officials. Yeah, that's going to give Pope John a 1st down. So, penalty against Union. I just wanted to make sure that it was a penalty against the Rams that would give Pope John a 1st down, and it indeed is. So, ball spotted at the 35-yard line. And again, the Pope John squad learning a lot today, learning how to rebound after a tough loss. After they win a game last week against Linden, going into this one, they wanted to keep the momentum going. And unfortunately, in sports, it doesn't always happen like that. So, they'll learn from this, they'll get stronger, and come back next week, and we'll see what happens. The beauty of a long season. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. And again, I said football is not a long season. But, week to week, there's a lot that can happen. 1st and 10 from the 35. Filato under center. Grego in the backfield along with Masway. Filato will back the pass. Rolling to his right. Flushed out of the pocket. Intercepted. And that will be a pick 6. Number 2 with the touchdown.
Defense, let's go.
That will make the score 36-6. The pick 6 by Union. I believe that was number 2 for Union on the interception. Just stepped right in front of the receiver. So, point after attempt for Union. They'll try and get it right on the 6th attempt. 36-6, Union leading Pope John. Bad break for Filato. He's had a strong game. Good passes, but 4 minutes now. as the clock continues to run. They're going to try a kick again. So the place kicker out there for the 2-point conversion attempt. They haven't had success on the run or pass on the point after. So here's the snap. Placed down. The kick is up, and it is no good. It had the distance and the height. It just hooked wide left. So, good attempt by Union to try and get that 2-point conversion, but it sailed left. A little bit of wind. I don't think it really had much to do with it. I think he just hooked it. But a good kick nonetheless. That'll keep the score 36-6. So what's next for Pope John? Next Sunday afternoon or morning. Probably if it's home, it'll be next Sunday afternoon, as games do not start at Pope John on Sundays until afternoon. Give the Pope John contingency the chance to get the Mass, and then they'll start the games after that. So if it's at Pope John, it'll be a noon start or later. And if it is on the road, it may very well be a morning start. But either way, they'll play on Sunday. And we'll find out from Pop Warner again midweek who the opponent is and what time the game is scheduled for. I want to thank Pop Warner this year for keeping the Lions 11U and 13U games at the same location. That is not always the case. It was not last year. There were a few games that were different. But that has really benefited our coverage here, so I can stay at each place for both the 11U game and the 13U. It'd be a tough decision for me, too, because I have sons on both teams. Alex on the 11U, Charlie on the 13U, and who takes who where? If you're saying, well, there's Mom. Mom's taking the older son, Michael, to hockey, so. Busy fall sports. Here's the ball picked up by Grego, who cuts to the left. He's got some room to run on the near sideline. Gets past the defender. He's still on his feet. Racing down the sidelines. Finally brought down. With 1:30 and running, Pope John with one last opportunity to get points on the board. Big kickoff return by Anthony Grego. And I think Grego is down, and he was tackled. He's injured on the play, so we're going to take a quick injury timeout. We'll be back to Union, New Jersey right after this. Welcome back to Rapkin Field in Union, New Jersey, as the injury timeout's over. Grego back on his feet, and that's good to see. Big run by Anthony. Gets the ball down to the 35. And so now with 1:30 to go here in the fourth quarter, Pope John with an opportunity to get more points on the board before the final gun. The clock is running, though, so they're going to have to act quick. 1st and 10 from the Union 35. 36-6, Rams lead over the Lions. Okay, Pope John to the line. 1st and 10 from the near hash mark at the 35 of Union.
Go run the play. Go. Hand off the mouth guard.
Flotto under center. Here's a snap. Handoff to Baswe. Baswe cuts to the far sideline, trying to gain some distance between him and the defensive backs for Union. It's enough for 5 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd and 5. But the clock still runs. We're down to less than a minute to go. So a gain of 4 officially. They spot the ball at the 31. Pope John in the huddle. Time running down. Clock still moving. 36-6. Union over Pope John. We'll see if they have enough time to get another play or two off and make an attempt for the end zone. We'll see if they air it out here. Flotto under center. 3 men in the backfield. Masway in motion. Here's a snap. The handoff. Met right at the line. Tackled. Dropped in the backfield. That's number 67, McCarrick. And we have a timeout as Coach Zawicki wants to give his offense one more attempt at scoring a touchdown here before the end of the game. Quick timeout. We'll stay with you. Pope John is going to try and get into the end zone one last time. Again, right after this game, don't go anywhere. We'll pick up a new feed here on Facebook Live, but stay with us as the Pope John Junior Lions 13 and under squad are going to try to get a victory against the 13U Union Rams. Are they going to get another playoff? I don't think so. The mercy rule, even with the timeout on field, it doesn't stop the game clock. So with the mercy rule, that is the end of the game. So no last attempt for Pope John to get into the end zone. And that's your final. 36-6, Union defeats Pope John. And again, the Lions with some good things today. Big kickoff return by Anthony Grego, a touchdown by Danny Filato on a 2-yard keeper. And point after touchdowns, not giving up any on the 6 attempts that Union had. Just a couple of big plays that continued to hurt Pope John throughout the game. The first touchdown, a 54-yard run from scrimmage, first play from scrimmage, and that set the tone. And that's your final score, 36-6, Union over Pope John. Back to the drawing board, and we will see you next week. And Pop Warner make the decision on where the game will be, either at Pope John or back on the road for the Road Warrior Pope John Junior Lions 11U squad. So for everyone here at Rapkin Field in Union, New Jersey, this is Mike Formersano saying thanks for joining us. Final, once again, Union over Pope John, 36-6. Stay with us as we'll have 13U coverage of the Pope John Junior Lions in just a few minutes. Have a good week, everyone. We'll see you next week.